Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy and welcome back to Coffee Talk Episode 2. This is a butterfly. Let's get back into the game. Let's load this back up and continue where we're at. Hold on a second. New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. And then elven burnout is real, but here's how to avoid it. So, let's start the day. Good evening. Officer, welcome. Hey, Jeremy. How are you doing? Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. No worries. Work issues. What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. You're a pal. I'm a real bond, but Jeremy. What happened? Well, never any workplace issues aside. It's getting weirder by the minute. I'm feeling out of my depth. Talking about your recent patrols? Yeah. I've been analyzing the CCTV footage the last couple of days. Oh, I see. How did that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. Infrared's caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned a corner, and disappeared. Could be anything, like rats or cats. But neither fits what I heard on the scene. Footsteps, you know, laughter. Think of it, sounds more like giggles. Giggles. Can werebeasts giggle? Not that size, no. Yeah, they could. It doesn't explain footsteps, really. Let's see. So what's next? There's some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. Short, I'm stumped. You know, Jeremy. I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Riona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see. Oh, what about them? Turns out fairies were an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time can be referred to as such. Oh. That mean Banshees were part of the fairy cult? Probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. Back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions. Apparitions. Yes. Apparitions like ghosts. Ghosts. I see. What do you mean I see? Doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you? I'm not sure I follow. But, come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? Dude. All I can think about is that damn tree now. Ah, right, the tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be. Don't get how you can be so calm about this. Huh? Well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, they have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world, even. Sometimes literally. You're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here. Don't say that. Everyone has their own peccadillos. True that. You don't mind telling me though. Yeah, that's the reason you're so afraid of ghosts. Gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about anyways. Understandable. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know? I always thought you're pretty cool at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff. Because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. What? What's that? No, nothing. You know, another pardon of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Patron of mine said a documentary to watch. Yeah? Focus on interesting drinks from around the world. You can find everything from mundane to the extreme. Local comers to real special stuff. And I kept thinking, what particular drink might interest you? Something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Huh. Protection from what, though? From evil spirits and bad luck, I think. It'll help you ease your mind a bit? I gotcha. Jeremy, even if the whole situation is haunted, it shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right? I wouldn't know. Okay, then make me the magical drink you've learned, Jeremy. Cheating. That is very interesting. Serve it. Here you go. Oof, careful. Dang, Jeremy, this really is something else. You sure it's okay to drink? I have no idea. But I'll take responsibility if anything happens. Ha! Just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, Jeremy. You even made this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can. Thanks. And at least with Croaks, you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not in the case with apparitions. Not with that attitude. Huh? A haunted advice. A long conversation with Detective McQueen. Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual grease. I won't make that mistake again. McQueen? Is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. It is you. Surprised you just keep coming this week. Let me go over there. You know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. Brunch buddies. Brunch buddies. Like I meant to say brunch buddies in that same serious tone. I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. Tell you, I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive. We're truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt. I'll just take both of your words. Good. I don't like to talk about it. So what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reasons. I'm not ready for that. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh. Well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Jeremy about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easy. For example, I get a little spooked by what happened on Warren Street the other day. Ah, I remember that. I know we're well. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times it's ghosts. How do you do, detective? Your cases, man. I have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I'm trying not to think about it all that much. When I do think about it, I think, who else would do it? Nobody, that's who. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband, had recently passed away, but wasn't moving on. You get my drift? Real deadbeat. Couldn't take a hit. Anyway, you had to go in and exercise the place, right? With the husband, he caught wind and he's retreated into the basement. Get into the technicalities of it. It's hard to get a ghost out of the basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. It used to be his home. All his stuff is still there. It's hard. I get that. So I'm slowly going down the stairs to try to coax him out. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing. And the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Basically, sensory illusions. Classic ghost tricks. Then before I knew what hit me, I'm sitting at the pottery wheel, and he's behind me, and wait, isn't this the plot for the 1990 film Ghost? Oh, maybe. We had a movie night at work, and I dozed off before it started. This one must have slipped into my subconscious. Memory. Oh, hey, hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Did you get your important errand sorted? Sure did. Dooley, I could see crumbs stuck to your face. That's just the way. It's very ready, right? They're filling out all over your top. There's filling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healing up though. You're literally holding a receipt from a darn shot. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So what did I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Hey, ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea, never met one. We stopped a ghost riot. Ghosts are real. So you don't need to be scared of them easily. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah. Well, you said that they were just like us. It's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly, they used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Know their culture, listen to their issues, and spectral wells. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. It should be easy since you can see through them. Though you didn't believe in ghosts, I'd best not overthink anything he says. I certainly don't. Well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help. Our pleasure. Now, Dooley, I think we should read the case briefing and find out why we're here. I already did. Oh? Turns out we're meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, yes. Why? The driver was a chupacabra. Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, Coffee Wizard. Take care. Coffee Wizard. That's quite something. Well, what do you know, Jeremy? Looks like my good luck is back. Feeling like $1,000,000 now. Very glad you do. Thanks anyway, Jeremy. Really did nothing much. You're going to be okay? Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next. I'm done here for the night. Have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer. Stay safe. Will do. maybe I'll go check on the stock and... Hmm? 2, 3. Ah, Miss Riona, welcome. Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There's construction work taking place on Leon Avenue. Oof. Imagine the gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great. I'm happy you're here. So anything I can make for you this evening? I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon. Now, let's get our handy dandy little notebook out here for Riona. Midnight Summer's Dream, tea, lemon, honey. Tea, lemon, honey. Midnight Summer's Dream. Warm Midnight Summer's Dream. Yes. That's what we call it here. How whimsical. It's wonderful. Sweet but well balanced with lemon, and a slight bitterness of tea completes the taste. Thank you. You're so very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer George by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh. He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. Let's see. Bad traffic aside, how are you? To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind lately. I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know I'm all ears. That may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid. Pardon? You know. I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? It's troubling. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe that I had a settled life objective. I have been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance. Even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. Let's see. She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, which I am thankful for. That's very thoughtful. So what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network, to make myself known. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it. I'm saying so, but you can give me a refresher, just so I don't misunderstand. I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak, right? She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact. What would that be? Well, oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really sure the so-called shortcut is 100% going to work. Because you'll have to go way more just by making a few calls and waiting for callbacks, you know? I'd say that's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both good and bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there and develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee for success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. But then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right. Thought it all sounded familiar. Try her suggestion then? I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across. And being rejected by every single one. For some reason, I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence. Although, perhaps it was more like a necessity. Did something happen? He was stuck? Hard. Actually, he posted about it on social media last night. Oh. I might have seen it. Did you? Came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. He called almost immediately. He was, wow. All sounds in order. Extremely drunk. Really? He denied it at first. It was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly deep in thought, entered Cary Park without realizing he had done so. Must have been some deep thinking he was doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night. Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m. Which is why I sent him a message to inform him of the fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it. Right. They called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transportation nearby. Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just go and out? He told me he wanted to know the city better. At midnight? Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself. Touché. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Wasn't he partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team. He needed the extra courage in order to negotiate about his proposed new direction. Oh. Let's see. Suppose it didn't go as expected. Perhaps. I know that feeling all too well. However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. That's good. Is it though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops that she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. How can they still be so positive? What do you mean? I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do you have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed with them? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believe that, the number of rejections I've received so far should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right, that's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would have to have the same standards. See what you mean? Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of an individual judging you at that moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel and Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all. What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance, or assistance. Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? Let's see. Still, Miss Rihanna? Yes? Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. I should go now. Alright, you be okay? I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Jeremy. No problem at all, anytime. Have a good evening then, Jeremy. Come back again soon. Alright, well. Feels like a shorter video. I feel like, I mean, it might have been longer than I thought, but shorter video this time. met some more police officers, talked to Riona. She's spoken with both Rachel and Lucas now. So, and I got her drink right, which I think is something that you want to do. You want to get everyone's drink right, and I know I haven't. So I'm just going to try to keep them right from here on out. But we're going to end the video here. I will record, and you probably already see before this one, Snap. Got some great things going on in that, so that's really fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. But I also enjoyed this one. This one doesn't get enough credit for the story and the music and the soap operas and all that. So thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.